It is the antebellum period, and American sectionalism is growing throughout the country, especially with the Great Division and tension between the North and the South. The North and the South have had a continuous tension awaiting to explode over the practice of slavery in the southern states and the North's desires to abolish it. The Kansas-Nebraska Act perhaps pushed this tension with its disastrous consequences, and keep in mind that this act was written by Illinois Senator Stephen Douglas and South Carolina Senator Andrew Butler. This act was passed into law in 1854 and created the Kansas and Nebraska territories. It allowed the settlers to decide whether or not slavery would be allowed in the territories due to the idea of popular sovereignty, and it repealed the 3630 line of the Missouri Compromise of 1820, since both of these territories were above it. Stephen Douglas expected the slavery issue to be solved peacefully in the territories due to the majority of the population being anti-slavery farmers. However, Missouri slaveholders also settled in these territories to try and win territory control for the South. The North retaliated by providing transportation for anti-slavery settlers to Kansas. Soon, fighting broke out between the anti-slavery and the pro-slavery, and the territory became known as Bleeding Kansas. The Kansas-Nebraska Act succeeded in sparking conflicts not only in the violent Kansas territory, but also in the greatly divided halls of Congress over the expansion of slavery. Charles Sumner was a senator of Massachusetts and a firm Northern abolitionist who was disgusted at the Kansas-Nebraska Act and its effects on the Union. On May 19th and 20th, 1856, Senator Sumner rose to speak his highly anticipated speech, "The Crime Against Kansas," where he argued Kansas should be admitted as a free state and attacked the political power of the Southern slave-holding class known as slave power.
He proceeded to verbally attack the authors of the Kansas-Nebraska Act, Senator Stephen Douglas and Senator Andrew Butler, especially attacking Andrew Butler, who was not present at the time due to a stroke. He attacked Butler's character, health conditions, and stated that he had an ugly mistress, which was slavery. Many believed his attacks were harsh and personal. However, some northern newspapers praised Sumner's words. As you would imagine, the South was outraged towards Sumner's words. Representative Preston Brooks of South Carolina, who was the second cousin of Andrew Butler, was present during the speech. He felt that he had to do something in order to protect his relative and his state from the remarks made against them. After a long debate of how to handle the situation with fellow Representative Lawrence Keith, they decided the only fit punishment was to beat Senator Sumner with a cane, as he was not a man with class worthy of a duel. On May 22, 1865, Preston Brooks walked up to Senator Sumner's desk and stated, "Mr. Sumner, I have read your speech twice over carefully. It is a libel against my relative and my state." As Sumner stood up, Brooks repeatedly beat Sumner's head with the metal end of the cane, which Sumner never fully recovered from. Many of the senators stood around to not intervene, but some helped Sumner after the attack. The caning of Charles Sumner, aka the Sumner Brooks affair, greatly illustrated the mood of America at the moment and the division between the North and the South. Charles Sumner was a martyr in the North, and in the South, Preston Brooks was a hero who had hundreds of canes sent to him. One set hit him again. It showed that now the Civil War was unavoidable.